Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to Prospect Central 101. My name is Chris Robbins. Today I am joined by,
Braden.
and we are going to be watching some Saquon Barkley. He is generally thought of as a very highly graded running back. His name has probably been up there with the likes of the Todd Gurley's, the Leonard Fournette's, uh, the Ezekiel
Ezekiel
Elliott's of the
Elliott's.
past couple years, exactly. And so we are going to examine if we think the hype is real. So actually, let's start off by taking a look here at his size. He's listed at 5'11", 230. So do you have any initial thoughts on that before we get into the background, Braden?
If he's 230, I'd like him to be maybe an inch taller, but it's not awful.
Alright. Born
Well,
in...
actually,
Yep,
he doesn't play like he's 230 with his speed and stuff, but we'll get to that.
yeah. Born in New York, raised in Pennsylvania. First their recruit started as a freshman, so he is technically a 3-year starter, as he is now a junior entering the league. Just going through here, seeing if there's anything else maybe of note. Barkley experienced asthma symptoms in New York, which were alleviated after moving. Interesting. Hopefully that doesn't affect his playing career.
Considering they were gone after moving from New York, I think he's fine. It just happened the area that he lived in isn't that great for something.
I mean, if he's going to be playing for the Giants or Jets or whoever, for example.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
5 siblings. Okay. Nearly give up football due to competition and frustration with not growing. Okay. It's a little interesting. I don't think character is too much of a concern with him, though. I mean...
No. He's not like a Joe Mixon.
Oh my gosh. No, if he were a Joe Mixon, he would not be getting top 5 to top 10 hype, I don't think. So yeah,
Man, I got a bunch of flack for giving Joe Mixon a first round grade regardless last year.
yeah, I can see why. I mean, some people just don't really take character too much into concern with their grades. I think it matters more when you're talking about quarterbacks because they're more the face of the franchise. Like, for example, this year, one of the things that I have Rosing a little bit lower for at the moment is those rumored character concerns he has. But we'll see how it all works out.
In it did I did consider ranking. Yeah, I gave him a late first because of the character. If had no character, I probably would have given him a high first and made him the top running back on my board.
Mixing last year.
Yeah, I thought he was the most talented, but I couldn't put him as my number one running back because of that character issue, to say the least.
Yeah. Alrighty, so here we go. We are taking a look, well, starting actually, rather, with Michigan. You ready to get right into this?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Shea Peterson is worse than the Redskins front office.
Dear. I'm not even gonna get started with him yet. We'll save him for next year.
Uh,
Have fun. Get to start off with a little bit of a highlight segment here. Yippee! He jumps. Oh my.
Oh, like we've seen that hundreds of times before.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I didn't have the eye looking him up. Alright, so here we go. Looks like a direct snap draw. Next position,
And
cut that back across, and it's easy touchdown.
Yeah, he's gone.
Outrunning Devin Bush there, which is kind of nice. Obviously, he's fast. That was the first play of the game, though, too, if I remember right.
Celebrating like Baker Mayfield right there with the swinging arms.
Michigan, of course, does have a pretty good run defense. Another reason why we're watching this. Nice start going north to south.
Run.
One thing that's really interesting about Barkley is the way that he was used at Penn State allows for a lot of flexibility in system. I do think that he could be a part of a man or zone run scheme. And also, for those like Josh McDaniels, for example, who like to be a little bit more creative with their offensive play calling, it could definitely be a fun match. I would like to see him in Indy. There's Mike McCray, number 9.
That was some stellar defense.
Pass blocking.
Yeah.
Put him on Devin. Not too surprising. Nice catch by Jasicki. Action play.
That pitch is a bit behind him. Gets around, storms it, gets to the end zone.
Lined up at receiver. Again, fitting into that creative offensive role. Interesting little
basic drag route. And then
McSorley.
I'm pretty sure that was just a bad throw by McSorley.
Intercepted by Barkley to pick up Devin. That very clearly seems to be Penn State's plan. Or maybe Michigan's. Another free option. I like how he's saying north to south. Okay, going out here. You have to hit Saquon. Oh, I remember that play. Threw it like way over his head.
Why'd they throw the flag?
Spot, I think.
Oh, it's like it's not intentional grounding, that's a lateral. RTO, horrible throw.
Yeah, just like you probably had things at that though, at least. Barkley with another direct snap. Draw.
Good
okay, yeah, I really like his decision to bounce that out. In that case, definitely got him some extra yards, and he didn't waste movement. That's the one thing that I'm really looking for in Saquon. Is I really want to make sure he has very limited wasted movement. And so far, there you see a guy north to south run. Very limited wasted motion.
Ooh, good juice. Good juice right there.
Okay, looks like they have him on Devin again. That was the next pick six by, or not pick six, but INT by Levert. Kickoff
He probably
return.
takes it back to the house.
I don't
I'm gonna
believe
take it.
so. I don't remember him returning a kick versus us.
I know he did versus Ohio State.
But yeah,
That's definitely not a touchdown.
yeah. I think the only
I don't know why
touchdowns he
that's
had
there.
were the two at the beginning. Like right there. That's the one thing I hate about Saquon. And that's a perfect example. Like right there, he needs to realize that Kalike is coming off the edge in that Viper spot, and he needs to either redirect that into this hole here between Jasicki and the left tackle, or redirect that outside around the left tackle, or if he does want to try and beat Kalike, he needs to do it on the outside so that he can avoid this mess in the middle. And you see him there? He needs to, if he's going to try and beat Kalike, he needs to go around here and he needs to try and not redirect that right back into a Sean Gary. Same play. Like right there, he needs to just not stop.
Either.
Screen? Looks like an attempted screen, but
Oh man, they should have caught that.
yeah, Kalike had that read really nicely. And Mo Hurst had the running back read very nicely as well.
Like he's indecisive right there.
Yeah, same thing. At least he ended up moving north to south and picked up a yard. I can't exactly blame him too much. Another one of those little in routes, but just nowhere to go. Who was that? Was that Hurst again? Nope, that was Kalike again. Dang. It's time to have Saquon on Kalike after he had a couple of nice runs. Oh man, Deshaun just.
Saquon. Man, what's that great catch?
Huh. 4-3 look. Obviously a release. Or would have attempted to pick up Devin. Probably needs to sell that a little bit better. Not really a big deal, but if you're going to try and sell a block, at least attempt to sell a block in the direction of the guy you're trying to block. Nothing too terrible on that run. A little bit of a wheel. Trying to get him past the end, and it worked. Oh, no, that was.
And he dropped it. Or was that broke?
No, McCray wasn't even close.
Oh, he just flat out dropped that.
Yeah, that was a terrible drop. At least he's trying to catch with his hands, but
Just went right through him.
yeah, he had McCray destroyed. Not that being like McCray or anything is a good thing, but
Not like it's anything special.
yeah, he's the UDFA at best. Oh, okay. That is, though. Not everybody's able to juke Devin Bush out of his shoes. Just a nice little shimmy cut there, and he bounces it right out. Great play.
The NFL, that'd be a taunting penalty when he pointed at him.
Probably. Oh man, they were really obvious sending for Bush on that blitz. Oh, nice play by McCray for once. Getting Saquon on McCray that time. Oh, I remember that catch. Yeah, that was a great play by Jasicki too. I believe he scores here.
Sorely does.
Yep, he had that one big run at the beginning on the touchdown. Since the touchdown,
Nothing.
yeah. I mean, again, mostly a testament to Michigan's run D. Like, you see it right there. Mo Hurst just completely showed triple team. He got, like, almost 5 yards back. I mean, when you're dealing with that kind of pressure. And, of course, Devin Bush right there, too. There's not really a lot you can do. Okay, just beat Mike McCray. The one returning starter from Michigan's defense was clearly the worst one.
Yippee.
Nice out by Saquon. Trip though.
And then he fell.
Completely beat Mike McCray in coverage. However many times we've had to say that already.
Probably.
Like,
If we made it a drinking game, you'd already be dead of alcohol poisoning.
Oh, nice play by 24.
Pitch and he's about to get. Like, that's a complete waste of movement right there.
Yeah. And not that he had anywhere to go at that point, but. Okay. Not the worst pass protection. Nicely hit by Watson. Good decision. Good vision to find the lane. Nicely done there. And a bit of a receiver. Vertical? Nope. Hitch route. Very nicely done hitch route. Just not the best throw.
No. No.
Oh, fun little blitz call by Don Brown. Sending Kalike off the edge. Yeah.
Chip the. He got a bit of a. He did some decent pass protection on McCray, our favorite guy ever.
I'm a Michigan fan, but honestly, I hate on Michigan players the hardest, probably because I'm a Michigan fan. It might sound a little weird, but I generally tend to hate my own team more than I do everyone else.
And oh my god, that was complete luck right there. He should have had that the first time.
And look who was in coverage again.
Another shot, boys.
For real though, don't drink alcohol. Just disclaimer. Unless you're old enough.
We are not responsible for any alcohol poisonings. Or anything caused because of alcohol you may decide to drink because of this video.
Man, whatever team gets him, they really need to not use read options. And preferably few draw plays. Like, just freaking call a run play. And I feel like that's partially responsible as to why his decision making was so bad. Is because by the time McSorley actually handed the ball off, the play was already halfway broken up. Oh my god, was that Hurst? Yep. Dang, Mo. So, yeah, not really too much from Barkley that we didn't expect. Looked more like a Mertz Hurst tape than Barkley tape.
He had a couple drops, although the touchdown reception, he got lucky. He should have caught it the first time. He shouldn't have. Like, yeah, he got extremely lucky that when he dropped it, it came right back to him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and I mean, hands were an issue in that game. And it's not that he had the best of throws, but something to look out for. And yeah, obviously we all know about the vision and decision making. Hopefully the next 2 games will help us with that also. See, good?
Yep.
You all know about the kick return touchdown, yada yada.
I actually went to the stadium a couple months ago during the Michigan State game.
Oh, sick.
Atmosphere was great. It's really fun to go to.
Horseshoe and the Big House, probably 2 of the best stadiums in college football. Though Kinnick is nice too. Kinnick and Camp Kinney, all 4 of them. Contains a lot of nice places. Ugh. Weird shoulder pass. Lost his balance again. It's just like weird plays like that. I don't understand. Like, I honestly like to interview him. If I'm an NFL team scout, evaluator, personnel person, I'm showing him this play and asking him what he's thinking. Because, I mean, like, from right here, okay, maybe you have the right guard on this dude. Maybe you had the center take this dude here. You have the argument there's really not very many places to go. But, like, right here, why is he so delayed? I guess just, like, he's being pushed back, but, like, you have to explode through that hole. Or, at the very least, realize that you can't get through there, and just either A, redirect that out and hope you beat the defensive lineman one-on-one, or just cut through here and out.
It's like he stopped.
Now, right here, you
Just give
kind
up.
of have nowhere to go.
Might just give up.
I would, if I were him here, I would still try and run straight so that you lose as few yards as possible. Or at best, maybe you cut that outside and he has the leverage and you can beat that guy and maybe one-on-one with him. Like there, I would not. That's where he went wrong. On this play, turning back around, no. You at least want to see if he can beat Saquon Lewis to the outside. And at the very least, you have Lewis tackling you for a loss of 2, maybe 3. But the minute you decide to run backward, you're losing 4 or 5. Another out route. Oh man, they shot Hamilton. I believe that's him.
Yep.
Nice pass.
Good pass protection. That's a flag.
Oh, he didn't. Okay. A screen. I was about to say if that was a block, he did not sell that. But yeah, it's a very nicely executed screen pass.
The fact that it was a screen, yeah, like if that was a block if that was supposed to be a block, that's just no.
Bit of a routed route. I don't know if that was by design. It could have been a circle route. Doubling Hubbard. Blocking release. So at least that time on the release, he did attempt to sell the block, though I wanted to see him with a little bit more force in the chip. Okay. Didn't look like a hands catch from this view. Oh, he probably could have handed that off. Alright, at least he found the open guy, though.
Yeah, like it worked, but he probably should have handed it off.
Saquon had a wide open lane off the right guard. Oh, Jermaine Jones is offside there.
Chuck it.
What a
Or do that.
That was a bad job, though, I think.
Throw was like 2 yards behind him.
Ugh. No velocity. Okay, yep. There we go. Nicely done. Same thing here. Just take that right through. Thank you.
Pretty sure he takes this to the house. Yep,
That's what
gone.
happens when you run north to south. Is you get a Saquon Barkley who can take a very few yard play into a positive. And in fact, let's actually rewatch that because I do want to focus on this. If Saquon Barkley here decides, well, I don't want to do that. If Saquon Barkley right here decides that he wants to cut this outside, particularly to the left side, like he would in most instances, it seems like, that's either a TFL or a very short gain. Because Lewis has outside leverage, 32, who I believe is Worley, has outside leverage, and whoever that guy is also has outside leverage. But because Saquon is smart and decides to rush this up the middle and attempt to pick up positive yards by running north to south, also realizing that he has inside leverage on 32, and this guy is a non-factor the inside, of course, he's able to just run right through. He's able to shut the Saquon Lewis arm tackle. The center, I believe, was able to pick up the, what looks like a linebacker, possibly Jerome Baker? No, that's a corner. It's number something 7. And he's able to cut that back across for a touchdown. That is what makes Saquon Barkley a good prospect. Of course, that play was completely broken up from the beginning. At least he was able to pick up one.
Something.
Okay. Ugh.
Some poor route running right there.
Yeah, not only was it exactly poor route running, but personally, whoops, was that? No, okay, that's played too far back. Personally, at this point, I know it wasn't an option route, but like right there, you kind of want to see him in the open space. Like at least just like sit the crow route or something to force the linebacker over. I don't know. That's just me. Like at some point, you have to realize get open and not just stick to the playbook. It worked out because just to be fun.
It didn't work out.
What?
I said it was 30-minute down.
Oh.
First down, so I guess it was good block right there.
God, the World Series. Ugh, terrible play all around. Not the best, but he at least avoided the sack. I mean, if that's Tom Brady, that's probably a sack. But beautiful. Even better. Love that north to south running. Okay. Oh my god. That was laughably bad by Mike Sorley. I'll just explode through it. There you go. Not bad. About as much as he probably could have gotten. Completely blown up by Lewis. Option.
That pitch is way behind him. Tries to get it to the edge. Gains like something.
Positive play for him. Ugh, McSorley. Oh my gosh. Does he realize Saquon Barkley is wide open, like a foot in front of
I guess.
him? You would think that Saquon
I mean,
would
yes.
be on that play, but oof. Terrible misstep. Okay. I don't exactly blame him. Given the play call. Offsides again. And at this, Ohio State OL is really good at snap timing, or they're offsides a lot. Okay, pick up the first time third down. Not bad. Just a terrible draw.
It looks like sometime, like a good amount of times, Barkley is just a victim of poor play calling or play design.
And in some cases, just blocking, period.
Yeah, that too.
Like there, though, no.
No.
Like,
Not towards your end zone.
yeah, especially that far back.
Just no.
I mean, Graham McSorley takes forever to hand that off, which does not help at all. If they wanted to run a run play, or should just run a run play, you have a running back like Saquon for a reason. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you should realize that 8 has outside leverage. You should realize just like he's getting beat. Frankly, the only option you have is to try and cut that out and around. Or maybe you can fit in between 71 and the right guard. It might have been what he was trying to do there. Because you see that defensive lineman pushes the right guard back in and that hole closes. And Jaceki just gets destroyed on the block.
Yeah. But you can't turn your back. Look back at the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he turns away here, instead of running to get those fewer negative yards, and if he's able to turn this up here and run towards Jaceki, then maybe Jaceki blocks 17 and you're getting a loss of 1 before that guy runs into you. But because he turns his back and tries to reverse, he's getting a loss of 5 and you're down inside the 1.
Down at the 1. Just no.
Looked like he stepped out a few times. Like that. Beautiful play. Granted, he had a wide open hole, so every running back should make that play, but... Oof. 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 Okay. Not the biggest fan. Alright. Yeah, he had a huge hole on that. But here... Alright. Nothing really there. At that point, I probably would have... I mean, obviously this is a little bit late, but he has to see 4 by this point. I probably would have tried to run that ball right coming out, hoping that this would be your situation, so that you could get around 70 and have a one-on-one off tackle with this guy here. And it would be one-on-one with, I believe, Baker. After that in open field, because he can win on Jerome Baker. But right after receiving the ball like that, you can't win on number 4. Oops. Even if he does, you still have a TFL. On 3rd down, no less. Oh, same thing again.
My God.
That was a bit too far. But yeah, we'll see. He has to see 4 coming in, blitzing off that edge in the nickel. Just get around. You're faster than him.
Just like you can't keep doing that.
Ooh, nice little spin move by Sam Hubbard. Okay. Did not see that on his original tape. Good move.
Good cut. Trying to get that.
Swing of some variation. It's blocked by 84. Ugh, shovel pass. Okay, he definitely did the best thing there. It just didn't work out, but he only lost 1 yard. So good for him to get to that. Wheel route didn't work. Nice coverage by Ohio State. Blitz pickup. not really much more you can ask him to do. Show us to occupy the linebackers. He did that. Ooh, man, blown up. Oh my goodness, Sam Hubbard. That's where Barkley falls victim to the quarterback here. Like, McSorley at this point has to read that. Oh, yeah, that's obviously a little too far back. Like, right here, pre-play. Well, first off, Jasicki. Second off, 74. What are you doing? Third off, this play call is terrible. I don't know why they're running this against Ohio State's defense, especially against Hubbard, who could be a first rounder. And fourth off, why is McSorley taking so dang long to read this play? And when he does read this play, you've got to
He makes the wrong decision.
Yeah, like, you at least have a one-on-one here and a one-on-one here.
How do you look at how do you look at a play for so long and get the wrong decision?
And still hand it off to, yeah. Oh, what a play by 67. Again, just nowhere for Saquon to go. I kind of feel bad for him on that play. Alright, at least he's taking an inside gap. I thought he should have taken the other A, but not a bad look at all. Still picked up positive. Jeez, OP. Ohio State, man, just doing Ohio State things. Defensive line pressures. There it is again. Jeez. Hubbard went off in this game. Apparently. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, kind of blanked out through most of that game, to be honest. I know I'm kind of useless, but I know I'm already useless, but still doesn't help my cause.
So, for as much of it as you did see, what did you notice?
He spun around backwards a lot. Oh, I saw some indecisiveness. I saw kind of not indecisiveness, a lot of indecisiveness, but inconsistency with decision making.
Anything good?
When he could get the decision, he hit the hole. When he could make the right decision, he was pretty dang good with his north-south running.
So, you good?
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, just my quick thoughts on that first off before we get into the next one. Honestly, a lot of what Braden said is basically what I've been thinking this whole time. Really just, I don't know. He does look a lot better than he could. I would say the amount of TFLs that he's had have not entirely been on him.
His fault.
McSorley taking such a long time to read these plays. I mean, granted, we are in slow-mo, so that's partially the reason why it takes so long from a time standpoint. But still, from a field vision standpoint, no, you're still doing bad. And the blocking, some of the schematic issues, I really don't like what they're doing. If you're running Saquon, you need to actually block. Like, give him a hole to run through, because if you don't give him a hole, he won't find one. But yeah, I still really like what he can do in a creative scheme. Pass protection's been okay. Oh my god, what a brutal play. A lot of those in routes. Okay. Just too jumpy there. Needs to just
Alright.
attack. Oh my god, what a
Ooh,
finish.
good block there.
I don't know what is. Oh my god, even worse was picked off. What is Chase McSorley doing here? Look at this. I get he's on the run, but like, dude, do you see a top 5 potential NFL pick wide open with like 10 yards to run? Like right here.
And even again, at the
Oh my
bottom,
god.
and even if he's not looking at the way, there's a guy open at the bottom of the screen.
And even that guy, like if you throw him upfield, you still can give him space.
And if you
For
throw
that
to
guy.
Deshaun ahead of him, he could get into some space.
Right here.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he tried to do. He just threw it too high. But yeah, I mean, you have 10 yards between him and the safety. You have about 10 yards between him and the linebacker. You have probably about 10 yards between him and the corner. And you're throwing this ball, okay, at the first down marker on 3rd down. Fine. But, whatever. We're not watching Chase McSorley film. We never will. I don't understand. Look, you have Jaceki wide open here. You have Saquon wide open here. And next, what, a top 2 or 3 tight end in the class? And a top, I would say, probably top 2 running back, depending on who you ask. Okay, at least he picked up positive yards. And he's still there. Okay. Pass protection. Nice job identifying the opposing player he was charged with. Nicely done. Oh, very well executed chip play. And better yet, he occupied the linebacker to come up on the pass, resulting in a touchdown. Very well drawn up play on that particular instance. But yeah, you see it again there, chip block. Very critical. Oh man. He looks short. But first off, let's re-examine this. Oh my It's on 480. I mean, let's see if we could get like a little bit of. There we go. Okay. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to cut through that hole. Honestly. Okay, you have to realize 48 has leverage. Alright, whatever. I can't exactly fault him. Okay. Ooh, maybe starting after catch by
Good
5.
juke right there.
Man, number 5 balling. Oh, okay. Not good
Yeah,
one
he
there for
got
Saquon.
burned there.
Needs to stick to the interior pressure.
I don't think he even tries to sell a block.
Well, he has a couple of times.
Aren't we going for it on 4th and 8?
Probably don't trust the kicker at your own 25. Or I mean the opposing 25. I mean it worked. Oh man. So botchy. Very nicely done there. Again. So this looks pretty good in Pass Pro in this particular game. Just gonna take what's that, number 5? Can't think of who it is right now. Oh, again we see that lack of vision. And partially because Mr. Early takes so long to read this RPO. If I'm Barkley, I need to see that he has that offensive lineman beat there. I know you have Jaceki and you have, even though you still don't have much of a hole. Because you're still facing one guy. Yeah, you go.
Maybe you try and bounce it out to the left or right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise the right because Jaceki still has giving up the outside leverage to the defensive lineman. But yeah, if you can get to the outside on the left here, you have a one-on-one with the linebacker number 5 if you get outside enough. But yeah, not only does he take too long to read the inside route, but it's just too jumpy. Okay, another out. Angle route, a little bit different. Being held.
Gets some separation. Good catch.
Chopped.
Oh, I didn't see the drop.
Granted, it was due to an absolutely terrible throw by McSorley. Like you'll see it here, he has Saquon. If he hits him down the field, he has infinite amount of room to run. But because
That
he
was a
severely
horrible throw.
underthrows him, exactly. Because he's severely under, and he throws it at the boundary, even worse. If that's Andrew Luck or Eli Manning even, or I don't know, Jameis Winston. That play is probably a touchdown. Yeah, you don't like Saquon returning kicks. Just don't do it.
Yeah, you'll get lucky every once in a while, but most of the time.
And it's not even so much about skill, it's just about injuries and stamina. Like, it'd be a waste. What the heck, 70? Oh man, you did not push a linebacker into Saquon.
Yeah, he did. Nice. Great job.
Another angle route. Ugh. I swear the opponents of the offensive line just want Saquon to go away.
Yeah, it's like he did something to piss all of them off.
The amount of times that people are literally just blocking into Saquon. Like right there. Oh my goodness. Nice chip there. Frees him up on the route. Oh my god,
And
another
drops
drop.
it.
Jeez. That's what, the fourth one we've seen so far from him?
Yeah. He caught a drop, but great throw by a stellar quarterback.
I mean, the wide receiver did get kind of interfered with, to say the least. Ooh, that did not look good from a hockey ball standpoint. That's about all you can do with your Barkley there. He got nice pickup with 2 or 3. Same thing here. That's about all you can do with your Saquon. And it worked. So
Yeah, it worked.
and it worked very well.
He's gone. Unless there's no, I was like, unless there's someone I don't see, he's gone.
He might have stepped out at some point too. But yeah. In this case, you have to take that outside. That's play call. Well, that's the only thing you can do in that play. Not necessarily. It's just play call. Good decision. You just get out there too. But yeah, his right toe's out, and his left foot drags too. One thing I did notice about Saquon too that I haven't really mentioned yet is stamina.
He's in on a bunch of these plays.
Yeah, but he's also out for a lot more than I would like, as particularly following bigger plays.
Yeah.
Like on that last play, he was taking out on the first down play. I don't know if it's playbook and just not going with a running back, or
what? Or stamina, or...
But yeah, he gets... Oh, okay. Nice little catch.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a little interested as to why they're taking him out. And I noticed that with the Iowa game, too. We're not watching the Iowa game. But, like, when I was watching that live, he took Saquon out probably 5 times. 5 or 10 times. so he may need a less than snap count, or at least someone to back him up in rotation. Okay. Nice pair of runs, given what he was given. Great blocking.
Good blocking. Oh, that's like 8 yards into the 8 rows into the stands.
Oh man, probably could have given that off too. Oh, dang. Okay. Wide open. Oh, he was lucky he caught that. So it was not a great throw.
No.
There you go, a little bit faster of a read, a little bit more explosion from Saquon. Nice to see. Same thing there, a little bit faster read, you get a little bit more explosion from Saquon off the snap. Just lucky, man. Just powering through. That, I feel like, is one of the bigger differences and separators between Barkley and Geis, is you see Geis carrying guys. I don't really see that with Barkley. Most of the time when he gets contacted or tackled, wrapped up, he's done.
Yeah. So
Not that
he
that's...
plays like that goes. It goes to the point where he's 230, but he doesn't play like he's 230.
Yeah. And not that that's really more so a knock on Barkley than it is a pro on Geis. I think it's more of a good thing you're saying about Geis than it is a knock on Saquon. But yeah, I mean, Geis' ability to do the same plays, it's very easy to see why people have him higher than Saquon. So, any final thoughts on the... Well, actually, first let's start with thoughts on the Michigan State game. Anything in particular you see from just that game that you like to point out?
No, I haven't seen it. I didn't see anything specific that we didn't see in the other game.
Alright, so then let's just head over to the final thoughts then. Anything that you'd like to point out? Just maybe a summary, what you think of him, grade, those types of things?
I think he's all right. I think he could be a decent 2-down back. I don't know if he can play all. I don't think he'll play all 3 downs, especially when we saw him like drop it like 4 or 5 times in those 3 games. So he needs to get better at catching the ball if he wants to play all 3 downs. I'd like him to get more consistent with that, with his decision making, and also stop turning your back away towards your goal line.
Yeah, backside vision. No,
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, vision. So it's like he's a good prospect, but he needs, as a player right now, he's not that great. He's inconsistent.
So, you think he's a good prospect? What makes him a good prospect? Or where if he is successful, what would make him so?
I think if he can improve his vision, get some consistency with his vision and explosiveness and decision making, I think that'll make him live up to this somewhat to the potential. I don't think he'll be as good as everyone as he's being hyped to be, but yeah, I think if he can get some consistency, his decision making and vision, I think he'll be pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, definitely some some interesting notes there. Personally, I want to see what he does with blocking, first off. Second off, what he does in a non-read option system. I feel like that's going to be huge for him. And honestly, that'll probably be a big benefit to him. Maybe it's just McSorley, but a lot of those instances just where it just takes so long to read the player and it's already blown up. And yeah, part of that goes to blocking, part of that goes to McSorley, part of that goes to Saquon's backside vision that needs to as you said, just stop turning around. And honestly, I don't know, I'm not gonna say impressed, but I came out pleased with this with him, at least more so than I expected to, and realizing how much of this was not really on him, and more so just what he's dealing with. I almost wonder what he would do in a system. Say we watched Michigan tape, I wonder what he would have done in Michigan. Obviously, a team that really likes to pound the rock, run the ball, pro-style system. Not terrible run blocking, bad pass blocking, but not the worst run blocking. I would have liked to see him there. Or there's obviously several other places, but just the first thing that came to mind because we watched the Michigan tape. Anything in particular that maybe a system fit, maybe a coach you'd like to see him work with that you have in mind?
No, not really. To be honest, I'm not. I'll admit, I'm not that great with knowing every coach around the league. I'm not going to claim that that's my strong suit. So.
Well, I mean, at the top of the draft, you have, of course, the Giants getting their new staff in with Schumer. I think that could be a great fit for him. We got to see what Schumer could do with Delvin Cook and Latavius Murray. It could be interesting to see what he would do in Josh McDaniels offense, exactly, in Indianapolis. So there's a couple of interesting places at the top. Should he fall a little bit, depending on how far? When you're looking at Tampa Bay, Dirk Cutter. Could be an interesting weapon though. Wouldn't have the worst guys around him. You have Evans, of course. You have Jackson, of course. You have Jameis Winston, quarterback. So there's definitely some places where you could point and say, hey, Saquon might be a all-pro caliber type of guy if he can fix a couple of things. On the other hand, there are definitely places where if you're Saquon right now, I would be telling my agent I don't want to play here. In fact, I can bring up a list of the draft order here. We can maybe examine some of those. And kind of take a look at where we wouldn't want to see Saquon go. Should I take it on? They're normally pretty good at having the first order up. Make good sense here. Maybe a place like, well, obviously Chicago's not going to take him. I don't think I really want to see him in Oakland. Obviously they have a good O-line, but him rotating with Marshawn, I feel like they have bigger needs than running back. I don't really think he would be great in Miami. Really,
definitely not in Cincinnati.
No, they have Mixon, Bernard, and all them. Yeah, they need O-line help. As does Miami. Miami really needs a guard. That's what they need. Washington.
They could do a tackle and move Tunsil inside if they are that desperate.
Possibly. Wouldn't be a bad move. Jets, I don't really foresee them going hard for a running back at 6. Though you never know. They took Adams last year at 5, I believe. BPA does seem to be their thing under new front office, so you could see that.
But yeah, I think they'll take a quarterback this year.
Same thing with Denver, probably.
We're not.
Really,
I
don't
don't know if we'll take a quarterback. Oh,
well,
there's a
I'm
slight
Barkley
possibility. Here. Oh, my fault. There's a very, very slight possibility if we get rid of C.J. Anderson before the draft.
Yeah, and of course they're losing Charles in free agency too, but that might be a little bit of an underrated fit we're looking out for. A running back could help the defense stay off the field a little bit. You do have a couple of decent blockers out there, in Bowles and Leary and Paradis, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Paradis may be leaving in the offseason, but I don't know.
So, I mean, you have a base of an O-line. What do you think? Saquon at 5 to Denver?
I don't like the fit. Not that I don't. Actually, I don't like the spot where we would take him. Let's say that.
So you don't think he's worth top 5, or?
No, I don't think he's worth top 10.
Oh, wow, okay. Frankly, I agree with you, but it is bold. So where would you, if you don't think he's going in the top 10, or you wouldn't take him in the top 10?
I think he'll go top 10 somewhere.
Well, okay, like if you're doing a mock draft based on what you would do, yeah, you don't think he goes top 10, or you wouldn't draft him top 10. You probably don't draft him to Miami or Cincy. I wouldn't say Washington either. Would you put him in Green Bay after taking Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams last year?
No. To be honest, the teams that you could see here, Baltimore, Seattle, or Detroit.
Oh my god, if Saquon went here. Anyway, I don't really like him for our scheme, but with us picking up Davidson and Patricia, you never know. So yeah, it is something interesting to think about. Maybe Saquon has an off day at the combine. Gosh forbid he has some sort of health issue. I mean, obviously that would be absolutely terrible, but I mean, should that happen, if you put him in Russell Wilson offense, I mean, Russell Wilson's better than Trace McSorley, we'll put it like that.
That's the fact that you're even comparing them is very generous to Trace McSorley.
Yeah, but from a schematic standpoint, option style, not the best offensive lines. You have Baltimore. I mean, yeah, it could be an interesting fit. Him and Alex Collins. I'm not sure they would do that. I'm not really sure what Detroit wants to do at running back. I think Geis, especially with Detroit leaning more toward a man scheme, may be the way to go for them. Or rather, I actually probably could say us since I'm a Detroit guy. You never really know. So, on that note, never really know what's going to happen here. Do you have any final thoughts?
Not really.
Great. So, yeah. You never really know what's going to happen. With that, for now, I'm going to sign off. Thanks again, guys, for joining us, Braden and I, today. Hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description. Subscribe to YouTube, like the video, comment, share, all that fun stuff. See you guys around. Peace.